to begin our look at my all-time favorite combiner team, the Aerialbots in the age of the primes, with air raid on Way I Got It Figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's up, figure fans? Way I Got It Figured, back with another Transformers Age of the Primes review. This time we've got my favorite Aerialbot from my favorite combiner, one of 5, good old Air Raid. I got Air Raid from Walmart, a buddy of mine who lives in Pennsylvania, very old, very dear friend, grabbed these for me when they were showing up where I live, but it was sparse. It was like in southern Maryland. I wasn't around where they were. He sent them to me, and I have him and, of course, Slingshot here. And we have Silverbolt going to be released very soon, so we've got our very early first half of Superion on the way. Air Raid, like I said, my favorite Aerialbot always was. Probably because when I was a kid, the first Aerialbot I ever got before I got the whole set, I had 2. I got Air Raid. He was the only one I had. My mom bought him for me, all that. I always have a sentimental attachment to any of the ones my mom, got for me. So Air Raid was always tops for me. So we're going to do as we always do. We're going to look at the package, get Air Raid out, transform them, compare them with a couple other figures, and get you out of here with some final thoughts. So we got our Age of the Primes packaging. Air Raid, nice little art there. On the side, you got 3 more primes. Onyx. I can't even tell who they are. I know one of them's Onyx, but on the side, you got your Superion artwork. And I do have to apologize. My lighting situation is once again changed. But we got to move on. Air Raid on the back. Converts in 17 steps. And there you go. All right, we're going to get old Air Raid out. See what we can see. All right, so we've got Air Raid out of this package with all of his accessories. I thought he was just going to come with 2 guns, but he has the plug-in tail fins for his jet mode. Thought that was interesting. Like the Decepticons, they decided to give them dual guns akimbo, but the Aerialbots only came with 1 gun. In fact, unlike the rest of the combiners from the 1986 wave and even beyond, the Aerialbots didn't have like extra weapons to stick on them. They just had the gun that they came with. Air Raid, as I mentioned earlier, is my favorite Aerialbot. I got him separate of the other ones when I was a kid, so I had him first, and then I got him again with the rest of them. So he's always kind of been my favorite one for that reason. And he looks cool. He's on model with the animation, and yeah, poses well. Everything's good. So what we're going to do now is get him converted into jet mode and check that out. All right, we're back with Air Raid in jet fighter mode. Air Raid transforms into an F-15 Eagle, same jet that the Seeker jets transforms into. He looks like a little bit more of a dinkier, derpier version, but that's how it always kind of was. Well, the original toy didn't look really derpy, but this one kind of looks kind of on model with the animation. He looked a little bit weirder, and that's pretty cool. So you got your air raid there. Got his guns on him, and he's got a little landing gear, which the Aerialbots always had. The original toys had. Transformation isn't really difficult. You do have to make sure that this back section is fully pushed up, or you're going to get a weird bending angle. So you have to make sure you push that up all the way so he looks correct. But it does the job of a F-15 Tomcat. Got the silver glass just like the original toy did, and it looks pretty cool. So we're gonna get air raid back into robot mode and do some comparisons. All right, so we got air raid back, and we'll have some comparisons for him. He was a leg on Superion. If you're not going by the Japanese combiner Scramble City gimmick, he was canonically a leg. So we're going to compare him with a fellow leg. Wild Rider from Legacy. And they're, pretty much roughly the same size. Looks pretty awesome. Next up, we've got him with his fellow Aerialbot, Slingshot. And Slingshot, looks pretty good. I think he's a little more fidgety when it comes to posing because of how his legs are, but he's an arm, whereas Air Raid's a leg, so they kind of got to deal with it like that. But yeah, they look great together. Of course, we have to have our Optimus Prime comparison. So here he is with Earthrise Optimus. Finally, here is Air Raid with Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. That's going to do it for comparisons. Now we're going to move on to final thoughts. Final thoughts on Transformers Age of the Primes, Aerialbot, Air Raid. I think it looks cool. I like what they did with them. I like how everything's tight and everything's like really tight on the transformation, clippy, but not overly so. It's a nice little um, satisfying click sound when you click them together. I think they did a good job with that. His legs stand well. I had Wild Rider in the review, and if you will remember way back, I said that Wild Rider has like kind of a elasticness in his legs where they want to go back to like um, a straight position. Air Raid does not have that issue, so I think that's cool. Definitely looking forward to the rest of the Aerialbots. They are like essentially day one purchases, so you can be assured as long as I'm pushing air through these lungs, there'll be an Aerialbot review. Air Raid is going to get 10 out of 10 for me as a deluxe. He's a really good deluxe. All the posability is there. The animation model accuracy is there. He's even got the gray painted face. They didn't make him silver. They're definitely trying to go with the show here. And he looks every bit the part. So that's going to do it for this one. Slingshot will be up very, very shortly. I do like to spread out the Transformers videos. I like to spread out all the line videos, as you probably notice if you watch my channel on a regular basis. But they're being shot simultaneously, so that they can kind of be quickly put up. So that's going to do it for Air Raid. But stay tuned for Slingshot, and hopefully not too long thereafter, Silverbolt, as well as a couple other surprises. I don't want to call them surprises, but there's some other Age of the Prime stuff too. So till next time, everybody stay safe, happy collecting. See you on the next video. Peace.
The way I got it figured.